lost two people that I love the most. Because when I lost one, I thought I had the other. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Winimso and I am back. Thank you so much everybody for just staying on this channel. I am so grateful. Manze, I had to go because work and all that work became bulkier and bulkier as time went by, but now I'll just have to find time, even if I have to upload one video per week. I think I think that's what I'll have to resolve to, because right now sina option ingine. That's all I have to do right now. And of course I've been getting requests from artists to go and interview them and all that, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this. Sometimes you just feel motivated to do some things that you loved, but I still love doing my channel and all that, and I'm grateful for everyone that's been staying on. So I'm gonna get right into it, guys, and I'm gonna tell you what I have come back with. Okay, so if you have been following me on my social media pages or even on my WhatsApp, you know that I have a podcast, all right, Inaitwa So Speaks, and it's on Anchor, it's on Spotify. You can listen to it on any podcast platforms, Listen Notes, Google, whichever platform you want to listen it on. So today I'm gonna do a podcast, but it's gonna be a video version of it. Okay. I hope you guys are gonna love it, and I hope that you're gonna I hope you're gonna relate, because I'm talking about a topic that that I have been going through, a topic I went through, and I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So stay tuned, because it's gonna be spicy. It's the story. Oh my god, I have something in my eye. I don't know, maybe it's a lash. Yeah, I think it's a lash. Okay, so why is it so hard for everybody nowadays to just get into a serious relationship, for it to last for a longer period of time? Is it ego? Is it the work character that you guys are trying to embody nowadays? I don't know. Is it the generation of nowadays that is just so perverted? Do you think every relationship has to be sexual? I don't know. It's sad, but I'll divert a bit from that and guys tell you a story about love. Okay, Maza, if you love someone, just tell them now, alright? Life is short, man. Life is short. I don't wanna go to court. Yeah, this is trying to bring in the spice because I don't want to cry, man. The story is emotional, bro. It's emotional. Anyway, so last year I lost someone very important to me, and I'm sure, well, there were two actually. Most of you just know them, and some of you know who exactly they are, but I want to talk about the one that is relevant to the topic of today that I want to talk right now. So they were very important to me, and I was trying to rebuild, and let's say when I got the pushback a little bit, it just became too hard, a little too hard for me. It is a hard story for me to tell, and it's gonna take some time, so I hope you're gonna bear with me. Yeah, it was last year. It was emotional, and they died in a road accident, and something I've always loved this person. I always did. I always will. And not because I do not like regret meeting them at all. I do not regret loving them at all. I do not regret, building a relationship with them at all, because they helped me become the person that I am today, and I'm grateful for them for that. And this October is actually the month that they left this world. And all I'm gonna say is that if you love someone, tell them why while you're still with them. Okay, tell them while they're still there. If you haven't been with someone for a long time, maybe you haven't talked in a long while, maybe you haven't seen each other in a long while, make some time for them. Make some time for people that you value in your life, for people that value you, because you never know. Any day could be the last day you see someone that you love. That's the scariest part about life. Life's so short. So so the journey has not been easy, of course, but knowing that they loved me, I loved them, is something comforting. It doesn't matter what they did, doesn't matter what happened. What matters is you telling them that you love them. And that's the problem. That's the problem with the generation of nowadays, because people think, okay, I don't need to show this person that I love them that much. I'm not a simp. That's the word that people are using nowadays. You're not being a simp. In other words, that you guys are using as excuses not to love as deeply as you can, because to reach full human capacity, you have to be able to love deeply. Okay? And I know there is heartbreaks, there is disappointments that will come along, there may be rejection. Okay? But at least you reach that human capacity to say, okay, I love this someone deeply, I love them so much, and all I ever wanted was to spend the rest of my life with them. All I ever wanted was just to be with them and to create moments and memories. I don't like saying memories, because creating memories is like, this relationship is gonna be over sometime, so you're creating memories so you can remember when you're not together anymore. It's such a disturbing thought to think that you could lose someone you love so soon, or maybe in very unexpected ways. That's what happened. You see, the least person you could say, okay, nah, I did not expect that. I was talking to a friend of mine called Fidelis, and I was like, man, he was the last person I ever thought, man, I could lose like that. I mean, I can't even believe it's real right now. I thought maybe he just went abroad or went to a far away planet, and maybe he's gonna come back, that kind of thing. But then you realize, no, it's not what happened. They're actually gone, like gone for real. The last person I expected to lose was that person. The only regret I have is towards the end, I didn't tell them as much as I could how much I loved them towards the end. But I'm grateful that even the last time we connected, I was able to express myself. So Maze, every chance you get, tell or show people how much you love them. Okay? I don't like holding grudges, and I don't like holding people, at heart, in bitterness, in anger. And that's because it's not gonna help me or gonna help myself I'm not helping myself in any way. Holding someone at heart in bitterness or being angry at them. I don't like being angry at anybody. Okay, hating someone is such a strong word. There's so much to do in life than to hate somebody, or to be angry at somebody for something they did, or something they're not aware they have done. But we keep on keeping on. I mean, why are so many people falling into depression, falling into bouts of suicide? It doesn't make sense at all, especially in our generation. I do believe that every human being that you meet has a story to tell. They have a lesson to teach, or they do have a dream that needs your support. So I know when I say that I don't like holding grudges against anybody, is because I know that it's pointless, it's useless, because what gain will it have on me? What will I gain from that? Okay, I'll just lose emotionally and psychologically. And guys, I was talking about depression. I'm sorry for the dogs. This is what happens when you live around dogs. Enemies of progress, man. They don't want me to shoot my video in peace now. This is what happens when you don't have a studio or a soundproof room or something. Anyway, the point was, so many people are falling into depression nowadays, or just contemplating suicide because things are not going well in life. And I was just writing down some things that I thought, okay, why are people, I was asking myself, why are so many people contemplating suicide? I mean, I go into social media, or especially on TikTok or even IG, find that someone has died because they committed suicide, or somebody is contemplating suicide. I was like asking myself, is it something that you bring to yourself, or it just happens? I don't want to sound ignorant to say that it's something you bring to yourself, because depression is a disease. I don't think anybody can bring to themselves a disease, okay? And I wrote down 5 reasons, at least 5 reasons as to why people fall into depression. The first one is loss, like loss of a loved one, maybe a parent, a friend, a lover, a spouse. You know, it could be any of that. And as I was telling you guys earlier, I lost someone very important to me. He was my ex-boyfriend, and he was so good, and I actually never had any grudge against him. He was important to me as a person, and I loved him, so I still do, and I'll always do. I remember I cried for a week. I cried for a week straight. Every day I'm crying in my room, just shedding tears. I never stopped crying. Whenever I remember the thought of just losing him, whenever I remember how good he was as a person, I just found myself crying. And I just find myself crying. Most people don't know this, but it does happen. 2021 was the worst year, man. It was the worst year since I was born. Bro, what? 2020 was nothing. The COVID-19, yeah, we handled that by the grace of God, and it was cool. 2021 though, I don't know how many of you can relate. I lost 2. And I know maybe there's so many others who've lost more than I did, and I'm so sorry for that. But take heart, okay? I think I have never come to the idea that I lost 2 people that I loved the most. Because when I lost one, I thought I had the other. And then the other went away. And I was asking God, why are you doing this to me? Are you taking everybody that I love from me? Is everybody that I'm going to love, that you're just going to take them away from me? And it felt like God has a personal vendetta against me. But then, I'm a believer. I say, I believe this is according to your will, God. Whatever you want to do, just do it. But please, just this pain. I heard him, like Jesus said in the Garden of Gethsemane before his crucifixion. I say, God, if you can remove this cup away from me, just please do it. If it's possible, just remove it, because it was so painful, like super painful. It still is from deep here. I'm just controlling myself, my emotions, because I don't want to break down here. Anyway, the second point I wrote down was unrealistic timelines. You know, there is no unrealistic goals. Let's say, for example, say I want to have my first million at age 22 or at age 23. Age 23 is here, and you don't even have nothing in your bank account. You're prone to falling into depression. Thing is, You can have realistic goals. There is no unrealistic goal or a dream. Okay, you say, I am gonna do this in order to get to that million. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do so that I can get my first million. Now, if you're saying this, maybe you say you're gonna set this goal and you're gonna achieve it by let's say in 1 year or in 2 years. For example, you want to start a business and you're hoping this business will start booming in 2 years or 1 year or maybe a few months, and then it doesn't go your way. That was not unrealistic. It was very realistic because you thought, and because you put in the hard work. There is no way, I don't think there's a way you can put in hard work, discipline, and the mindset of an achiever into your business or into your work and not achieve your goals. The only thing that you didn't set right was the timeline. Okay, so you have to have realistic timelines. There's no way you can say, okay, I'm gonna have my business is gonna be $1 million business in 2 years, or maybe in 1. Maybe if you're a miracle worker, okay, but realistic timelines or unrealistic timelines is what is causing more people to fall into this bouts of depression. Oh, I haven't achieved this. Oh, I haven't done this. Oh my God, what is happening? Look at my peers. They're buying cars. They're buying mansions. They're buying, great things. They're going on vacations in Maldives. And you feel like you're being left behind. You're not. You just set unrealistic timelines and you're going to achieve that with time. I mean, everybody has their own timeline to achieve their dreams and goals. Okay? So you run your pace. Nobody should be rushing you. You shouldn't feel rushed just because you're watching people on social media getting this, achieving this, telling their success stories. You don't know what is behind the success story. The ugly part, the roots. That's very important. And then we got the next one is I talked about peer pressure, and then we have lack of self-love. Let's say you love somebody so much, you love them too much, and you fear rejection maybe. And you don't give that love to yourself. Something I've learned over the years, even some people that I loved or someone that I loved told me, okay, you laugh too much. They didn't exactly say you laugh too much. I was like, damn, this girl can love, yeah? Like you love somebody too much, you have no love for yourself. I was like, I need to change now. That changed my whole perspective of love. Because let's say you love someone. You can't love someone truly if you don't love yourself. That is true, right? And you can't attract the love that you want if you don't give that love to yourself first. So you have to love yourself so that you can love the others. That's why you find that most people feel stressed, depressed because they love somebody so much. They loved them too much. Then when that person didn't reciprocate that love, they feel worthless. They feel like they don't belong. They feel that they don't want to be alive anymore. They fall into depression. They want to control this person's feelings towards them, and that cannot happen, bro. You just have to attract it, okay? You can't force someone to love you. You can't force somebody to fall for you. You can't force somebody to reciprocate their feelings, for what you're feeling towards them. So basically it's just about self, loving yourself, taking care of yourself. Loving yourself is not just about mirroring mirroring somebody else's emotions. It's also about taking care of yourself, health-wise, emotionally, physically, and making sure that you give yourself the best that you would want somebody else to give to you. Okay, that's how I understand it. And then another thing is drugs, man, and alcohol. Hey, that's why I sip my alcohol. I don't wanna be some bad things now. I don't wanna go back to where they before. I know, because I was talking to a friend of mine. She's in high school, and she was telling me a neighbor of mine, a high school friend, has been grounded by her parents because of apparently being found with alcohol in her room. I'm like, what? And she's in form what? Ako form 2. Form 2, yeah, form 2 or form 1, something like that. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Form 2, form 1, at a square there. Yeah, pombe, ati nini. I think the first time nilikuwa something called pombe was guarana, and nilikuwa form 4. Nilikuwa guarana, and it was good. And I still don't take, alcohol in that manner, like beer, whiskey, spirit. There's the hard alcohol, and then there is the soft alcohol, like sweet wine, guarana. Energy drink has a bit of alcohol, right? Yes. So that kind of thing. So maze, alcohol can also lead you to depression and stress, anxiety, that kind of thing, because why are you using in the first place if you don't have money for this? Or if it's work, if you're stressed, your go-to therapy is alcohol or drugs. Mihadarati. Vijana tuache mihadarati. Okay? It doesn't help at all. But it's a serious issue. We just celebrated the World Mental Health Day the other day, and we should put our mental health first. Okay? It's not a funny matter anymore. When I see someone on social media talking about how they're depressed, how they want to commit suicide, man, I feel so sad. I just want to reach out to them. I want to give them a hug through the screen, because as much as I wouldn't know what they're going through, I wouldn't know what to say. Just giving them a hug or showing them affection is a bit helpful. And it's hard. We understand. It's hard. People who are going through depression, man, it's hard, I know. But man, you don't have to give up. There is so much to do in life. Even if you feel like you're not sufficing, that you're not worthy, you're worthy, you're loved. And all you need to do is just to hold on. Make sure that, you love yourself more. You give some love to yourself. God put us here on earth for a reason, for a purpose. And until you accomplish that purpose, you're not ready to go up in heaven or whatever people go when they sin. Yeah. Right now, manze, let's learn to love ourselves more. And let's learn to love genuinely the people who are close to us. Tell people who you love, yeah, I love you. I care about you. And I want you in my life every day. I want to see you every day. I want to see you happy every day. It's not bad to let these words out, okay? It just means you're human. You have reached your maximum capacity to tell someone you love them, okay? It's not wrong. Even if you are not in good terms with them, tell them. It's very important. Okay, you'll thank me later, man. I'm a testimony of that. I wish I could have said it more. I wish I could say it now. But once they're gone, and for good. Okay. So anything can happen. Life can change in a blink of an eye. Just a blink of an eye. Anything can happen, and you never know. So tell people you love them. Okay, let's spread love. It's the only way to heal this world that is becoming something else. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm not gonna just be doing podcasts only. We're gonna also be doing reactions to music, to certain events that will be happening in the country and all that. But stay with me, and we're gonna have fun. All right, thank you so much. Make sure that you subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you some other time. Bye bye.